Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Presented by Carolina Lightweight. Come live with us. When the action begins in the studio, our referees for tonight's event are Elgato Azul and Carolina Real Screamers. For the viewers in attendance and Facebook and YouTube users around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the Elgato Azul TV studio in Louisville, Texas, it's time! What's up, Slimers? Welcome to the Slime Show. I'm your host, Chris, a.k.a. Elgato Azul. My partner in slime, Mr. Jamie Dunn.
What's up with it?
What's happening?
Man, just sitting here doing some rigs, brother. Ready for a hell of a show.
Yes, sir. Let me share out this show real quick. I forgot to do that sometimes, so let me share it out to Carolina Lightweights. Let me share it out to my page. Elgato Azul, or the Slime Show Catfishing. And one more. Elgato Azul TV.
Man, looks like we're starting to get a decent crowd coming in on the YouTube side. Appreciate y'all guys coming in. It's good seeing everybody tonight.
Elgato Azul TV. What's up, people? Welcome to the Slime Show. We're ready to give some crap away.
Man, we're always giving something away.
That's true. That's true. Let's give one away to somebody who's in here. Let's get a let's hear from who followed the directions on the post. Who's in here that followed the directions? I see Tommy Boy's in here. Who else is in here that followed the directions? What's up, Bess? Tommy Boy, the realest fishing. He followed it. Saw his post. Mike Mitchell, what's good? Brian Henry followed it. Richard Gadget Green did it. Chase Godfrey did it. Flathead Doty, welcome in, bro. He fished with me. Sunday, we had a good old time.
Chris, it looks like he was asking if we would let everybody know that he dropped his phone in the lake. So that's why he's been MIA. So he's still waiting on a new cell phone. Man, I tell you what, the lake has claimed a lot of phones this year.
Man, Doty called in a pizza for lunch. We went to the ramp to go pick it up. And when he went up to go pick, the pizza driver left the pizza on his rental car. He went up to go get the pizza and was videoing and stuff, taking pictures of my boat from a distance. And I was thinking, man, that's going to make a good picture. I'm going to have to get him to send that to me. He came back on the boat. We were motored back out to where we were fishing. And as soon as he got out there, he's like,
oh, shit.
Where's my phone? Oh, man. He either set it down on the gunnel or he put it in his back pocket. And when we gunned it, out went the phone.
Oh, man. Man.
He's like, damn, I got 3 years of content on that phone.
I know, brother. I have been there and done it. I hate it.
Lee Lloyd, what's up, bro? Lee got him some new Smackdown rod holders, and they look fantastic, buddy.
Nice,
Matthew says me. He said he followed the directions. Mike Thompson says, I think I did. Mike Mitchell says, I like giveaways.
Mike, I think I'm correct. Did you follow the directions, Mike? JT followed them. Brian Henry, I saw he did. Drifty, doubt I followed directions. It's like my son. He can't follow any directions. Do the opposite. Gadget Green did. Mike says, did I miss a post? Oh, man. Ricky did it. Saw him. Terry Flint says, I'm here. Welcome in, bro. Fishing World 123. Hey, Jamie, how is the river bite right now?
The river bite is doing pretty good, brother. They are holding tight to structure. We caught, I believe, 16 or 18 of them this past weekend in the tournament. And we caught every one of them within a 3-hour period of time. So it was on the morning time bite.
El Mananita says, good evening, gents. Welcome in, bro. Mike Mitchell's going to check the post. You better hurry if you want to get in on it. I'm going to make the first one for the guys that are here. So we'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll do a numbers guess.
You guys, y'all never know when we're going to give something away. That's why it pays to be here on Wednesday nights.
I had a lot of people sign up, but one of the things I said was be here at the show when we announce. So,
heck yeah.
This is going to be for a Jimmy Floyd custom bait knife. This is a bait knife. Got a catfish on it. This is stainless steel. Jimmy Floyd maker, Amarillo, Texas.
Damn good looking knife.
Actually got 4 of them. I got 5 of them, actually. One of them is mine. It's on the boat. But I got 2 black handles. And I got a brown handle. I also have one that's just got a rubber coating that doesn't have any of the stamp work or anything. So might give this one away too, but maybe not tonight. Let's give away at least 2 of them tonight.
I like it, man. I like how you thinking, brother.
We'll spread
How's what y'all think?
All right, let's go through this. Finish going through our list. I think we've got everybody. Oh, no. Tommy Boy's on Levon. Chase Godfrey says, we'll be fishing this weekend in a tournament. Can't wait. Paul Dillon Anderson says, afternoon, gents. Keep up the good work. Love tuning in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in with us, brother.
Yes,
Tony
sir,
Watkins says, like it. Mike says he wasn't sure what he was supposed to follow. You are already one of my people. All you're supposed to do is like and share the post. So, easy. Doty says he needs a bait knife bad. I've been using scissors. Drifty says, well, then I follow the directions.
There you go, man.
Steve Bull says, I need to see some more energy.
Well, give us a little while, brother, and you'll see all you want.
Man, I got that pot stirring good this week with the telling people why I quit weighing all my fish. It seemed to really upset some guys.
Man, you know how it is. People are so easy to be butthurt anymore.
I don't understand it. Just relaying what I've seen over 30 years of catching big fish. There's most of the injuries that have occurred on our boat. It's been during the weighing process. That's why we quit doing it. We still will weigh a PB for a kid, or if it's for money, but there's no need to weigh them all. For me, that's me. It's my point. I don't have to weigh them all. If we got people on the boat and they're like, how much is it weigh? I'll say, I'm going to guess 32. Y'all good with 32? Everybody says 32 is good with me. It's 32.
That's it.
32 is good. If it's a PB, I get it. We'll weigh it. We'll try to be quick, try to handle it good. But anytime you weigh one over 40 and you got to put it in that net, it comes out of the net with net marks, red scrapes, no slime, all the slime's on the net. I got that sling, and it's just, when you're done, you have to literally take the sling in the water, and it just slime everywhere coming off.
Chris, speaking about that, man, you know how many times I still see people picking up and trying to weigh fish the wrong way? It's crazy.
Is there really a right way, though, to do it? I mean, if you had a bin like a tournament, that's the right way. Somebody said, oh, what's worse? Putting them in, a net or leaving them on the floor. And I'm like, go lay on the floor of the boat for 5 minutes. Go lay on the floor of the boat. Roll around if you want. Flop around. And then let me put you and hang you in this net for 5 minutes, rolling around and flopping. And you tell me which one's harder on you. That net is going to freaking tear your ass up. Guaranteed.
That's it.
Leave you bruised, scraped. That's my point. My point's not telling people what they're doing wrong. My point was to tell people why I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it because I saw the injuries. That's it. Do what y'all want to do, but that's why I quit doing it. And that, man, guys jumped all on my ass, especially a lot of my guide buddies. I'm like, I get it. Y'all do you. I'm just telling my people why I quit doing it. It injures fish. If you're telling me it doesn't, then you're wrong. Sorry.
People just don't want to hear the truth anymore, man.
They don't want to hear it. And for them, a lot of them were so, well, I'm a guide, I have to. You don't have to. It's actually up to you to hold things to a higher standard. So these new guys you don't have to weigh every one of them.
Yeah.
If it's a PB, weigh it, but you don't have to weigh every single fish. There's no rule that says that. Just weigh the big one, and if it's a PB, weigh it. If it's not, then say, hey, I've been weighing these for 30 years. This one's a 32. You good with that? Most people will say, yeah, I'm good with that. Turn it loose. So,
that's it.
Sorry if I hurt some feelings, but I'm just expressing why we quit doing it. It was just strictly to protect the fish. So,
hey, brother, at least you're sitting there protecting the fish. A lot more people I wish would do the same thing. But like they say,
argue. Take your argument somewhere else. I already made up my mind. That's why I quit doing it. I made up my mind. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why I quit doing it. Used to like weighing them, so everybody knew the weight, But I just figured, what's the point of weighing everyone? It's not that big of a deal.
That's it. But like we all say, let haters hate. That's what keeps driving us.
I had to block some guys. I had to block a few over it because, man, they really got disrespectful. Name calling. I'm like, damn, take that shit somewhere else, buddy. I've never even been on your page.
Sometimes people just want to argue to hear themselves arguing.
Well, I noticed a couple of the guys, every time I see them interacting on somebody else's page, it's always an argument.
Yeah.
And one of them's like considered one of the best anglers in the country, or he's a guide, I'm like, I don't see how anyone would ever want to go be around you with how big of an a-hole you are. Lee says, what about a weight sling? Well, I got a weight sling. It's a little better, but still, when that giant's in that thing going like this and he rakes off every ounce of slime that's on him. I mean, anyone that's had an aquarium in your house, when you remove the slime coat off your fish, there's a high likelihood that fish gets an infection. And a lot of times, if you don't treat them, they die. Now, it is nature, so they're in their natural environment. But I just feel like if you're scraping them and doing all that, you're opening them up for a chance to higher mortality rate when you release it.
Paul Dillon said, I wasn't trying to argue with you. I agree. We just weigh the ones that spark interest.
For me, the ones over 40 come out of, they get banged up more. The smaller ones, they don't. So, I mean, but I get it. You want to weigh the bigger ones. It's just some of my biggest fish, after I was done weighing them, I felt bad. I told Jamie, this was 3 years ago. I said, man, great fish we weighed, but man, I feel bad afterwards because they were scraped and bruised and banged, and they were pristine before we weighed them. Just the simple process of a 90-pound fish hanging, the weight of itself, hurt him. It hurt the fish, just its own weight on top of the net and the crap. So,
yeah, I will say the slings. I've got a sling that I use very rare. It is not a net style sling. It is a complete, like a plastic style sling where there's no netting or nothing on it. That's the style I have, but I'm gonna tell you, I rarely use it.
Even then, how many times have you put a giant in your sling and that son of a bitch slithers himself out and face plants on the floor? And anybody who uses a sling that says that has not happened is a freaking liar.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
Anytime you drop a fish, there's a damn good chance that fish is going to die.
Yep. You're really going to stun.
That big.
Yep. You're going to stun the hell out of that fish, and it's not going to be right.
And you know, so there's something to that as well. Using a sling, you're also now. If you, some of them I realize have like a zipper, have zippers on the side. It's like you can zip them up into a bag. Yeah, that would be better. But the slings that I've used are open ended. You just fold it around them and then weigh it. And
I actually
try to get out of that damn thing.
Yeah, I've actually had one made up from Eastern drift socks where the only one end is open, the other end is completely closed to try to prevent not from the fish.
I bet one still worked its way out that sucker.
Oh, yeah. I've had it happen. But then again, too, I always tell people, man, when I do something like that, I try to do it over, even though I know the fish, if it happens, it's going to go back in the water. So I try to weigh that fish over the water and not on land or over a solid, concrete.
So, like if my son catches a 50, 60, 70, 80 pounder, I make him sit down where his beanbag is. And he holds it in his lap with the beanbag in front of him because the damn fish goes nuts and ends up on the floor. And he can hold a 40 or 50, but anything over about 50, when they start to flop and they end up on the floor. So
that's it.
I've always set him in that seat where that beanbag, in case it gets out of his hand, which has happened a lot, and it winds up on that beanbag. So I feel okay with that. But
that's heck yeah. Taking that little extra second or two to make sure you got a soft spot for a fish, that's excellent.
James Edmonds said, I went fishing Monday and caught nothing but dinks and one teener and busted my cast net. Oh, man. Yep, I threw the cast net Sunday and came back the lead line around the net separated completely from the net. It came back with the net, but the lead line,
yeah,
it's completely ripped off the $200 net.
Leland, you've got the same one I've got, brother. Yeah, they make, yeah, that's the same one I got.
Brian says some people just have to say something to show their ass. You know, these guys that really got on to me, I've only had a few interactions with them ever, and it's always been negative. But I see them over on other people's pages constantly creating issues and drama and dogging people out and ripping brands and, you know, bashing brands. And I'm like, dude, out of all the stuff that I've put out on my page, and you've passed over and never liked anything, never said congratulations to my son for anything, never showed any positive stuff. This is what you choose to put out there, just negativity. Blocked them. Gone.
And Chris, I hate to say it, the bigger in this industry that, you know, we get, the more haters that we're going to get. The bigger the show, the Slime Show gets, the more haters we're going to get. The bigger that you do anything more than somebody, the more haters you're going to get. And that's bad, man.
I don't mind them watching. They can hate all they want, but I don't like when they come on and start propagating and spreading negativity. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
People like, just ignore them. That's easier to say than to do. I mean,
the thing is, we need more positivity and less negativity.
And delete it and not comment.
That's
I
it.
just made the mistake of trying to, go back and forth with them, and should not have done that. I should have just blocked, deleted, and kept it moving. Because out of the post, 100 and something comments, 95 of them were all right on. Good job,
That's it. Paul, I would too, man. I fished with my one of my boys this past weekend in a local tournament, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I love every second of it. I really do, and that's what it's about. Fishing with your kids, fishing with your wife, your girlfriend, your best friend. That's what it's about. It's a lot of fun, and that's awesome, man. Chris, the last couple of weeks, I've seen a lot more posts with dads and moms fishing with kids and stuff than I have in a while, and that really warms your heart when you see that stuff.
Levi Fishing Magician says, Dream Team's checking in. Lemon lime flavored Haterade is his favorite flavor.
What's up, buddy?
I love it. I got a sponsorship from Haterade and Morton Salt. I'm about to post it. Got a full shipment ready to freaking dose these people. Vess says no need to weigh them all. Now, see, Vess is a guide. He's also very like-minded angler. Like most everybody that's in here says there's no need to weigh them all. If you've been doing this a while, like most of us here, I can eyeball within a couple of pounds. And I'm the same way. And most people are fine with that. How much do you think it weighs? I think it weighs 34 pounds. It's going to be within a couple of pounds of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If it's a PB, if I think it's a PB, sure, let's weigh it. But I'm with Vess. He's not trying to keep boatloads of fish to fill every person's freezer or, weigh every fish. He's more, big fish conscious about their health and, responsible harvest and big fish conservation. Two things that I think guides should be more, try to be more about rather than, I got a guy. I have to do this for a living. So
You know, if I was Chris, I'd be telling him, I want to take care of my fishery because that's how I make my living. I mean, I want to take care of these fish so I can fish for years to come. That's the way I would look at it.
I agree, but it's hard to, I think a lot of those guys took it personally, and maybe I just, one thing about social media is it's hard to relay someone's true feelings. I mean, you can construe things however you want, take it personally. And that's not what I was doing. I was simply saying, hey, this is why, because guys were like asking me, how come you don't weigh all those? And damn near every trip I got a new guy. How come you don't weigh them all? I've been doing this for 30 years. I don't need to weigh them all. That's too much time. And we were catching a bunch of fish. You got to weigh them all? I mean, no, we quit doing it. And the reason we quit is because it's hard on them. So most guys understand, but
you got that very few that just want to be assholes.
Yeah, they immediately started taking shots at me, telling me I think I'm better than everyone. I'm like, you don't know me. You don't have any idea who I am. Don't think I'm better than anyone. I'm freaking, I'm just trying to help people, trying to share my experience. You don't like it? Why are you here? Just to argue?
That's the first thing a lot of people want to say, man. Oh, you think you're just better than everybody? Nah, bull crap. They don't know the real you, man. They really don't.
Dude, I take anybody fishing. And I do it all the time. It's not an occasional thing. I take the guy who's never gone before to people like Vess who do it for a living. I fish with every type of guy there is. As long as you're friendly and like-minded, we'll get along great. But what are you going to do? There's always going to be those guys that, they're miserable. I just look at that person and it's, man, he must be miserable to go around and want to just argue with strangers. Like, what do you get out of that?
We get that all the time, man. And I hate seeing it. But we get it all the time, and I hate it because you bust your behind, trying to do the best you can to make everybody you can happy and stuff. And I've learned, man, just can't make everybody happy. You really can't, and it's just not worth the effort to try to do that anymore. It really isn't, and that's a bad way of saying it. But damn, you put so much time and energy trying to. Oh, I need to make everybody happy. It gets old after a while because you always got them haters that's trying to beat you down.
So Lee said he was donated a sling, don't know much about it. I will tell you this. If you're going to weigh the fish, Lee, it's better to guys, you just leave them on the floor. Well, I'll tell you right now, if you're going to have to be handling them and giving them to people that aren't used to handling big fish, or if you're going to weigh them, it's actually better to let them calm down before you do any of that. Because if you handle a feisty fish, like you pull it straight out of the lake and you're like, all right, let's all start taking pictures and weighing it. That's when it's going to get out of your hands. It's going to slip out of your sling. It's going to get dropped on its head. And that's when you're going to injure them. So it is actually better to let them calm down before you do any of that type of handling. Just leave them in the floor, let them do their thing for a minute or two while you're getting your rod and all that back, in order. And then by the time you're done with that, they're fairly calm and you can handle them. They might flop a little bit, but they're not going to go too crazy like right when you pull one out of the lake. And then you're not going to hurt. You're not going to injure it, or it's not going to injure itself by you dropping it or slipping out of your grasp. Or the other thing is I know you're a professional, but don't just let some newbie grab the fish and start handling it. You hand them the fish and coach them on how to hold the damn thing. Let them either put some gloves on and hold the jaw and hug that thing, or put some grippers on it and you hand it to them and let them hug it.
Yep.
Because if they start grabbing it, it's going to twist. They're going to drop it. If they start trying to sling it up over their shoulder, it's going to flip, smack them in the head, end up on the floor. I've seen it too many times. So
that's it. Just like Paul said, normally if you're on the fish, don't have time to weigh him. So yeah, if you're on them, you ain't gonna have time to weigh them, man. Just guess at them and put them back. That's for sure.
sometimes we're catching them 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at a time.
And Chris, you brought up a good point right there, man. When you're on fish like that, and then you show a picture of them in your floor, and people are thinking, man, well, damn, he's catching a fish here, catching a fish there,
That's another thing that pissed me off, because these guys were saying, I'm hanging on to fish and just leaving them in the floor while I'm just fishing so that I can accrue 8 fish, and I might have them in the floor an hour. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Anybody that's fished with me knows that if there's 4 fish laying on the floor, it's because we just freaking caught 4 fish. If there's 8 of them, we just caught 8 fish. None of them were left there in hopes that we're going to catch another fish. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, just to do a picture, yeah.
That's ridiculous. We do catch a lot of fish simultaneously. That's what we call chaos catfishing. It's just part of fishing. When it's on, when they're on, they're on. You know, it's, I don't know. Certain guys just want to hate. Now, they might not understand it, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You're going to have some people upset with you when you're doing stuff like that. So. All right.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, unfortunately, 2 Million has that. I'm not gonna say it because there's a lady on here. They might come after me, but yeah, you're right, man.
All right, moving on down. Shannon Wheeler, welcome in, bro. One of my guide buddies from East Texas. He's retired and got into the ice cream business.
Nice, man.
Brandon Abston says, what's good, everyone? It's all good. We're just recapping the haters of the week. We're handing out Hater of the Week awards. All right. I just skipped over a bunch like I always do. Drifty says, every 10-pound fish I catch is an internet 30-pounder.
Chris, Mike Mitchell said, when I asked that question about the fish on the floor, I did not mean you left them there. I knew those were doubled or triples.
Now, I wasn't talking about you, buddy. I already know we're friends. I'm talking about the guys that were saying, you leave all those fish just laying on the floor for hours. That's what one of them said, for hours. I'm like, hours? They're all dried out. The fish are shiny and flopping around. And every one of them, because I video the release of them all too. So it's not, you might not see the release in that video clip, but on another video clip, you see the release. They all flip, flop, go straight back down to the bottom.
That's it. And guys, I'm noticing in chat too, guys, this has nothing to do with a lot of our people in chat tonight. Don't y'all take this stuff personally. We're just trying to say what's been happening. That some has commented on Chris's stuff this week, but it has nothing to do with some of the ones in chat.
No,
so y'all guys don't take
family and friends.
Yeah, y'all guys, everybody here has always supported us. So y'all guys don't take this personal, man.
Between somebody having a conversation and disagreeing with you than someone who never even interacts with you and comes on and just starts arguing.
Yeah.
Why would you come argue on my page? This is the first time I've ever interacted, second time we've ever interacted. And the first time was an argument. Now here you are again arguing. You've skipped over 1,000 positive things you could have, said something about. And this is what you choose to talk about. So Leroy says he's got the Easterland sling.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee, that's a good one, bro. That's the same one I got, Bubba. Yeah, I just wanted to say that because I didn't want none of you guys that supports us, that knows what we've always been like in our chat, to take anything wrong tonight. This has nothing to do with y'all guys. Like Chris said, it's just some of the ones that has only commented once or twice that don't really know us.
I consider myself to be a positive vibes person, but I do. If someone does me dirty, I'm not a rollover. I'm not just going to roll over. I am a fighter. I stick up for my people. I don't like people that come in and try to bully, or just argue for the sake of negativity. And that was my point. I let them get to me this week. My bad. We're all, human, it's.
And Jimmy, you are right. It is. Jimmy said, isn't it wild how texting gets mistaken from something else? And that's true. It does. Yep.
That there is some type that's lost in that translation, but when you're just blatantly calling me names, there's nothing lost about that. You're just a disrespectful a-hole. F you. Get out of here. I can have a normal. You don't have to agree with me, but you do have to respect me. If you don't, then you're out.
That's it.
Period.
That's it.
I won't be disrespected. You damn sure wouldn't be doing it in front of my face. I guarantee you. You're not going to say that shit in front of my face, but you can do it online. To me, that's a snake. I don't
keyboard. Is the old saying, Chris? Keyboard warriors.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all it is. That's it, man. All right, Jimmy Floyd, welcome in, buddy. Good to have you, man. We were just talking about the bait nice while ago, showing them off, man.
Yep. Let's
I told Chris, I said, I got to get with you. I got to get me a couple of them bait knives for the boat. So I got to get with you and get.
Look, Ian Tipton's in the house.
Ian, what's up, stranger?
Yeah. He done took up golf.
Paul was asking, do you think the fish know before a big front is approaching?
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
They know way better than a weatherman. Hell yeah, they know.
They really do.
Usually the 2 days before, it's going to be the best bite. Sometimes the day before is also really good, but about 3 days before, they're going to start feeding up. 2 days before is going to be optimal. The day before can be iffy. It can be really good. It can suck. They typically start moving the day before. The pattern will change. They know what's coming. They tend to start moving and getting on the highways the day before it hits. By the time it hits, they're already where they wanted to go. So yes, they are very front oriented. No doubt, 1,000%. If, when you know that big northern front's coming, it moves them big time. It turns them on too and turns them off.
That's it.
Lee says he will even pull illegal jugs up when on a guide trip and explain to them why. Oh, me too, Lee. I keep the old pocket knife handy.
That's it. Fishing World 123. Yes, we are actually already prepped up and everything for fall fishing, brother. I was talking with Chris a while ago before the show. We've got a hell of a cold front getting ready to come through. Matter of fact, the low for Monday night is 28 degrees Monday night here locally.
Y'all's fish about to be on.
So I'm telling you, man, we are ready to go. As I said in the post the other day, I did take a little hiatus from fishing and stuff. We had a lot going on, been busy with the shop, but we're back, man. We're started this past weekend, the first tournament. We're back. We're going to be hitting it hard. So
Lance, the new guy, says he only weighs fish if he's going to be a PB. And Chase Godfrey says, my bloody knuckles can tell how big or small it is.
that's for sure. You can't see it, but yeah, mine got pretty tore up through here this past weekend. I still got the scars. And I want to say something too, Chris. Just like us with the oxygen and the stuff like that, man, when you go to first take them fish out that tank, those fish have never felt so good in all their life.
Yeah, they're lively.
You have got to treat them, I mean, just almost hug them, when you go to put them in the bins and stuff, man, because those fish are just wicked wild. So anybody that's using the extremes, all this oxygen and all that, man, just be extra careful with them.
Brandon says, we all do better than the ones who keep and kill everything that hits the deck. The hell with the haters. I'd agree. Being a guy who's done it for so long, I do feel it is part of my duty because I got new guys on the boat damn near every week. I take it upon myself to teach them why we're doing it and why I do what I do. I don't expect everyone to do things the way that I do. I just try to hold myself to a higher standard, and I try to tell people kind of why we're doing the things that we do. A lot of guys, there's a lot of newer guys out here, and I think fish take a pounding from being handled, especially in the winter when you're pulling them out of deep water and new guys don't really know how to burp fish. I can't tell you how many guys have called me on the lake saying, man, I got this giant and I can't get him to go back down. What do I need to do? And I'll tell them, I'll tell them how to burp the fish. Stay with it till it goes back down. But I think a lot of guys that don't have somebody to call, they just turn the damn fish loose and, it's floating on the surface. Some of them do go back down, but some of them don't. So.
And like we've showed here, man, keep you a couple pieces of clear tubing or a tubing or something on your boat to burp these fish with two guys.
If you don't have that, you can roll them around on your knee.
Yep.
And if that doesn't work and nothing else will work, you can stick your whole freaking hand down in their stomach. Their gullet is big enough to easily put your hand down in there. And that's the last ditch effort. But if you got nothing else and they won't burp, I've done it. So I've had times where I couldn't find the burping tool because I had a 5-year-old on the boat. He likes to use them as machine guns and they don't make it back to where they're supposed to be and blow out of the boat or whatever. So
Chris, I'm trying to find a piece of tubing. I don't know where it's at. Could you explain the proper way to burp a fish?
Well, a lot of guys don't want to put anything down their throat, so you just kind of roll them on your knee and you push from their tail fin up towards their mouth. You just kind of massage that air bladder until it releases the air. If that won't work, or if you're on, like in my instance, hell, we're on so many big fish at certain times of the year, you don't have time to do all that. Because you got 2 or 3 rods going down. There's fish all in the boat. So we use a burping tool. I use a piece of surgical tubing that they use for a breathing tube. It's 3/4 inch. I don't know what kind of plastic it is, but it's kind of like Steven, do you know what type of plastic a breathing tube is? I know Tommy did because he's in the business, but it's like a beer bong tube, but 3/4 inch. That's what I use. It's soft. Figure if it's good enough to put a feeding tube in someone's stomach, it's good enough for a catfish. A lot of guys will use a PVC tube or what's the new PEX pipe? You can use PEX.
PEX pipe. Yep. You can use
piece of PEX. I've had guys say, "Man, I got nothing. What do I?" I'm like, "You got a landing net? Use the the butt end of your landing net. Anything that's not going to damage them, that's not real sharp, It's very simple. You hang them up, hold them up by their mouth, just gently put that thing down in there and press on through their gullet down into their air bladder, and you just press gently 2 or 3 times, and they'll burp.
And you'll be able to hear it, guys. I mean, trust me, it's going to be a burp. You'll be able to hear it for sure.
And here's the other thing: when you're releasing fish that have to be burped, put that thing on the gripper when you put him in the water, and let him sit in the water, and let go of the grip, but have the lanyard on your hand. And when you do, if that fish starts rolling up on its side, he's not burped. If he's able to sit there and start swimming like that and starts going down a little bit, he's ready to go. So.
And,
all right.
Yeah, guys, if I've missed any questions, I apologize. I'm trying to double check everything here.
Fess says he don't like to guide much anymore because he doesn't like cleaning fish, and it's his fun. Guiding is like making it a job. Fun fishing from here on out. Got a handful of customers I take out. I get that.
Yep.
And making memories with Levi. Hopefully he will pass this on to his kiddos.
That's it. And Randall brings up,
Stephen, it's the memories. That's why I do it. It's for the memories. I always say the memories, that's my currency. I'm a rich son of a because we've got a million of them.
That's it. And yeah, guys, like I was wanting to what Randall and we had hit here a couple times already. When you're in deep water and you're fighting the big fish, bring them up slowly. Don't hustle them to the top. Bring them up slowly. And a lot of times when you do that, you'll see the bubbles being released. That's already the fish burping as he comes up. So you'll be able to see those bubbles. So if you already don't need
loose, they go down. Don't just walk off and start doing all your stuff again. Pay attention because a lot of times they'll come up 15 feet from the boat, and you'll have to reel everything up and go get the fish and re-burp them, send them back down.
Yep.
Pain in the ass, but you got to do it. We do it all the time. Happens all the time. We'll have 30 fish. We'll have a big fish, 30 big fish day. And when you have that damn many, there's going to be usually at least one of those that struggles to go back down and has to be re-burped and stayed with for a while until it feels good to go back down.
That's it. What's up, James? Welcome in, brother. Corey says, man, how am I always late? I don't know, brother. We start at the same time every Wednesday.
Cold front's coming Sunday. Big cold front, Dan. My son's football's over now, so I got a choice of Saturday and Sundays. Y'all can expect my production to go through the roof. Just being able to choose between 2 days. So I'm gonna fish pre-front rather than the day that sucker's hitting. It's gonna be a 50-50 chance, I think, whether they're biting good that day before, because it's supposed to hit here Saturday night.
Chris, Mike was asking tactics to fish after and during cold fronts and rain.
Okay, during the front, they're going to move to structure. It's almost a guarantee. You might find some out on the flats, but the majority of them will move to structure like a ledge. The first transition out of where they've been into deeper water, because that's like a safe zone for them. Depending on how long the front's going to last, if it's a longer front, they can move out and go a little deeper if they want. If it's a short front, when it's over, they can spread back out and start moving back onto the flats and back into shallower water. So during the front, I typically look on structure. usually close to the first transition. So mid-depth right now. I would be looking mid-depth after this front because a lot of fish here, water temps just now gotten down into the 60s. Lake is mixed, which makes everything spread out. They're active, but they're not grouped up. When you get a big front, they're going to group up. They're going to all go into certain areas in mass and kind of lock up and sit there until the front's over. As soon as that front's over, the pressure drops back down, they go active. So if you can hit them when they're piled up right after the front, and when they go active, you can really hammer them and catch a bunch of big fish in one area. And then they kind of start dispersing out from there after that. So we'll see. I think Saturday they're going to have already started to move. They're either going to be in transition to their holding areas. We'll see. It's just going to have to go look and find them.
That's it. I know we had a cool front come past this past Saturday, and I was talking with you, Chris, and I was telling you, I know we talked last Wednesday, we were going to have a front to come through, and the fish were basically just dropping on top of the structure. They were that tight to structures.
Locked on
it. They were locked on it like they were living on that structure. That's how Saturday.
You said, what do you think they're going to do? I said, they're going to go lock up on structure. They're going to be tight as tight can be.
And I can tell you guys, when they were so tight, when you were dropping it down, you could almost feel the rig hit the stump and drop over it. And that's when the fish were nailing it. That's how tight they were. So I don't think they can
sitting on structure better than you can catch the ones that are off of it. I feel like if they're on structure, there's some type of instinctual thing when a bait comes by and they're sitting on that structure. It's typically ambush structure they're sitting on. Yep. So if you were to find them on that structure when they were turned on, they just crush everything that comes by. But I think there's some innate deal in them when they're sitting on that ambush structure, even when they're locked up. A few of them will just react. That's why they'll hit that thing, but they won't take it down. They just bite that thing. It's like, I'm going to crush that thing, but I don't know if I should even eat it. I'm just going to crush it. And you got to crank on them as soon as that rod starts to load up a little bit. You got to crank down on them, or else you lose they just spit it out. On those days, they typically will not hook themselves. Some of them will. You'll be like, damn, that one just grabbed it and ran. But majority of them, on a day like that, they have to be hooked up. You got to hook them all.
I can tell you, Chris, when we dropped straight down Saturday on the structure, when we felt it and it hit that structure and bounced and come down, before you could get the rod in the rod holder, they were hitting it that fast. If they weren't hitting it, then they wasn't really on that structure. That's how fast they were hitting when that bait was dropping down. Before you could ever get the rod. I put a bluegill down, felt the structure, put the rod in the rod holder, and it just started taking drag. He hit that fast on that bluegill. That's how bad the blues, they were just tearing it up. No, we didn't do no flathead. We didn't catch neither one, but the blues were just so active Saturday morning. And if they didn't hit, they wasn't there. So I know with this one.
And let's give away something, man.
Let's do it, man. Let's give it away.
Mike says, I didn't stick around from the teenage girl drama from the others. Answered my question, got out of there. Well, you weren't disrespectful. I don't mind people that want to ask questions, or even guys that disagree, but immediately start calling me names and telling me think I'm better than everyone. Like, where does that even freaking come from? I just said why I don't do it. I didn't say none of you guys need to quit doing, I didn't say any of that. I just said the reason why I do it. This is the reason why I do it. F you, man.
Yeah, Chris, I got some more questions lined up, or you want to do the giveaway first?
Let's run through. Let me get finally caught up. All right. All right. Jimmy Floyd, welcome in. Sorry, Jimmy. We're trying to give this damn first knife away, and we got rolling on the haters. Killer B caught him a lake monster when we were fishing close to each other last week, week before last. All right. All right. Keyboard Warriors. Yep. Moving on down. Sorry if I'm missing people. I got way behind. I'm just going to freaking roll down to the bottom. No disrespect, guys.
Fishing World 123. Right now, brother, I'm gonna tell you can do it two different ways. You could hit the structure right now on the rivers, or you can flat pull baits on the river right now, and you can catch them.
Mike, one thing a lot of guys get confused on is structure and cover. Structure is like ledges, channels, points, humps. A lot of guys are calling fallen timber and all that structure. That's cover.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about cover, that's different. But it fishes similar. I mean, fish will lay in cover just like they lay on structure. When I'm talking about structure, it's typically depth oriented and in areas of the lake. So like, let's say they've been up in timber in 10 feet, but there's a piece of structure that's in 20 feet that's real close to there. When that cold front hits, they're going to leave that timber that's 10 feet and they're going to go lay on that piece of structure that's in 20 feet, if that makes sense. It doesn't matter if it's a river or a lake. It's the same. Me and Jamie talk tactics constantly when we're going to go fish next. And his tactics for fronts are very similar to mine, and when he's in a river and I'm in a lake. So, and generally catfish follow the same behavior.
Yeah.
Definitely, Kurt. Definitely. That's what makes them predictable. It does when guys say, oh, different lake, different part of the country. It's catfish behavior. It's what are they going to do with what the weather's been doing versus what's coming. And you just have to kind of know what they're wanting to go do next. They want to be, we talk about it all the time. Two things. They want to be comfortable. They want to eat. The third thing is they want to propagate a certain time of year. That trumps everything. But this time of year, they want to be comfortable and they want to eat. So you got to find their comfort zone and where all that bait's going to stack up. And that's typically where you're going to want to target. All right.
Curtis, yeah, tidal rivers can be a little tricky sometimes, brother.
Let's give away a Jimmy Floyd custom bait knife to one lucky winner.
Heck yeah.
Let's roll the numbers. We got 40 people in here. I'm going to go 1 through 50. First one wins. And let me text you the number, Jamie, so you can start looking for it.
All right.
Let me know when you got it.
Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I'm back. I got it.
All right. When I say no guesses until I say go. We're going. Let's go 1 through 50. First one to hit it wins. Okay. No double guessing. You get one guess. If you make two guesses, you're disqualified. I'm gonna type in go. When you see go, start guessing.
Good luck, guys.
All right, everybody got their guesses in. Nobody hit it. What do you say, Jamie? Roll it again. Let's
Or pick
still a few more
or
guesses coming in.
yep. Or we can pick the closest one to it, Chris.
Closest one or the closest one without going over?
Yeah, closest one without going over.
Did you see who that was?
Yes, sir. So far, yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to hit stop. Hang on. You found somebody?
Yes.
All right, stop. Number was 47.
Closest one I've got to it. Yep. Closest one I got to it, Chris, is Brian with 44.
That's what I saw. Brian with 44. Brian, was that on Facebook or YouTube?
I got that on YouTube side.
Oh, Brian. Okay, he's on Facebook too. So, Brian,
yeah,
hit me up on Messenger and send me your address. This one was for the black handled. Jimmy Floyd, Amarillo Knife Works, Custom, the Slime Show. Should we give another one away right now or wait till the end? Jamie done?
Let's give it a couple. Let's give it a couple minutes, Chris. I got a couple questions that we got right here. Jamie texts me the number. I hear you, Brian. Okay, let me go back here to try to catch up on some of these questions right now. Randall said, Trinity says, I hold tight to ledges during the front. That Fishing World 123, how should I be targeting these fish on the river this time of year and what baits? I know where you're fishing at down there, brother. And like I was saying, I would definitely the cover and the structure is very good this time of year. But the cover right now is going to be a little bit better. And I can tell you, if you can find some trees to drag over the top of, they're going to be holding tight to the back side of those trees a lot of times on the Cooper River down there. I have caught plenty of fish this time of year on the back side of some of those covers and structure. And I would probably be using some shad and some perch.
Congrats, Brian. And thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate you, bro. I don't know if you're still in here, but we got one more to give away. And I got one that's got a rubber coating handle. It doesn't have all the cool stamps and all, but hell, I can give that one away too. It's just a basic, but it's a good bait knife.
Yeah, Mike, I saw that one at 48. He was one over, so we were taking anything from 47 down, brother. That was a close one. That was a close one.
That was the first one, Richard. Brian Henry won it. We'll give another one away here soon.
Yeah, LOL. Richard, Brian won that one.
We've been known to screw up some giveaways.
But one thing we've always done, guys, is we've always made it right.
Yeah,
we've always made it right.
That one where the last giveaway we did, man, that was chaos.
I tell you, man, that we had so many people. I know we will do that one different.
My God.
Jesus, that was a wild night.
Oh, man, we gave away a ton of cool stuff that night. That was fun. We're going to keep doing it. I like doing giveaways. Fortunate enough to have a lot of people that are willing to give us stuff to give away on the show. So we're going to keep doing it. Should we give another one away?
Yeah, let's do another one, brother.
Y'all want the brown handle or the black handle?
Yeah, Brian, that night was definitely hilarious. It was very stressful. I can tell you that.
Yes.
I think, Chris,
all these guys were mad at me. I'm like, damn. All right, here's the two.
Chris went back the next day and just went back through all the chat and stuff, and we made sure the right people won everything. So we had to double check, triple check. It was wild.
Yeah, it's a lot to go back, file, have to rewatch all that, man.
Especially when you have those 3-hour shows. Holy crap.
It's not bad when there's 37 people, but when there's 150, it's like,
woo.
And man, the numbers were going so fast you couldn't read them on chat. That was the problem. It would scroll 10, it would pass numbers, and you're like, damn. Somebody's like, I picked that number. No, I picked that. You'd have 4 different guys with the same number. So I had to go back and see who picked it first,
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going with the brown. Let me pick a number.
Everybody was split on which one to give away on that one.
All right, Jamie, I'm going to text you the number.
Yeah, it didn't help. Everybody was doing multiple numbers.
Oh, God, even after I told them.
Yeah.
I'm like, quit doing multiple numbers. Some guys were just like 37, 26, 41, 56. I'm like, damn.
It got to a point where we have figured out we like our local people that's here every night. Is a lot better doing it that way than it is. Oh, man.
I agree. That's why tonight I'm just rolling with who's here. It's not going to be about who did all the crap. It's about who's here. All right. Jamie, you got the number?
I haven't seen anything come through yet, Chris. Okay, I got it. I'm coming back.
Don't guess until I say go.
Give me 1 second, Chris. Trying to get back up and run. There we go. And I'm on the YouTube side right now.
Go. Juan knows that I was used to pick that 13 a lot because that's my son's sports number, but figured I better stop picking 13.
Hope. Chris, I've got one that hit it right on the Kurt.
All right, stop. Okay. The number is 25. I saw that one come through. That was
Kurt,
River Trail.
Yes, sir.
Kurt, get on Facebook. Hit me up on Messenger, buddy. And get me your address, and I'll get this thing sent out this week. Yours is for the brown. Make sure you're right in there, the brown handle. When you message
guys,
me.
I am double checking, and Kurt is right on it. He was the first one that got right on it.
Yeah, that's what I see too.
Congratulations, buddy.
Juan's got that. He knows I like to pick that 13. That's Jackson's number in sports. I ran that 13 about 4 or 5 competitions in a row. Guys started keying in on that. They're like, I noticed you picked that 13 a lot. My son's number. All right. Yep. Kurt River Trail. You got me on Facebook. Hit me up, buddy.
Yeah, remind everybody this weekend with Operation Vets with Nets. Hooked on Heroes this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to have Rich Sierra on next week to talk about the tournament. That ought to be interesting.
I hope everybody has a good time. I know it's going to be a blast. I know we sent quite a bit of stuff up there to do some giveaways, so I hope everybody enjoys it.
I think it's going to be fun. I wish I could go up there. I was just not sure if my son's football would be over because he got eliminated from the playoffs, so I actually could have gone, but can't plan something like that last minute. I would need a boat to jump on. No one invited me. I'll be inviting myself.
Yeah, I was hoping we were going to be able to go, but we're not going to be able to make it this year.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a big time event. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Rich is he called me and said, "Man, it's going to be a blast."
Put a lot into it. Had a lot of donations. Going to be giving away a lot of cool stuff to the vets. It's going to be a big event.
It really is.
Oh, Tim, I volunteer Juan Tienda to put one on in Texas. Juan, sorry, buddy. You've been nominated. Yeah, Corey Whaley said 13 won him a Mad Catz rod. We're going to be giving away more rods. I don't know. When I win more rods, when I win them, I give them away because I get mine for free, but no sense in having rods that I don't need. So I just give the ones I win away. We've given away 25 rods. We're going to keep doing it. Juan says need to definitely figure out a great time to do one. Yep, our best fishing is November, December, January, and first 2 weeks in February. It's always epic all through then. So I don't know if that's optimal time to have a tournament like that, but that's the ultimate. That's the perfect time to catch them. So it'd be nice to have it when it's a highly successful time of year.
That's it. Chris, I do have one quick question here, brother, before we leave out tonight. So do you think nuclear cooling lakes fish react to weather different?
So I think so. Yeah. That warm water is a different ball game.
Yeah.
I know in the coldest part of the winter, they go towards where that warm water discharge is. And then in the summer, they go away from it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I definitely think they fish a little bit different for sure than regular lakes and rivers without that.
I think my next giveaway package will be a Carolina Lakeweight Slime Show package. I'm going to give away some Elgato Azul Signature 2-ounce weights. I'm going to give away some Action Jackson 10-aught hooks, my son's hooks, and then I'm going to give away a Slime Show hat. I got to figure out a way that it's going to benefit the show and me and promotional wise when I give it away. So it'll be through the show. So some way we can grow the show a little bit. Trying to grow the show this year. Never done that before. So last 3 weeks I've been trying to do that on my personal page. We'll see how it goes. It's a lot of work. I don't know if I'm up to the task.
Well, I tell you what, speaking of growing, guys, if y'all haven't, definitely check out our Facebook group page and help us grow that thing.
And that thing grew a lot. We need to do another one of those invite your friends deals. Do a giveaway.
Yeah, we sure do. Because I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for pushing that. We are definitely growing that. And so we're not too awfully far from hitting 5,000.
Yeah.
So I know we're getting close to
a lot more exposure once you hit 5K. And from the guys that have a lot of followers and stuff, they tell me when you hit 8,000, 7,500, 8K is when it really kicks in and starts showing your stuff more. So,
Sean, we get everybody,
means, but trying to get it in front of more people's eyes.
Yep. And as many people that knows us and stuff, I can pretty sure we can hit that with no problem with the Carolina Lake Wake group page also.
Randall, what's up, buddy? Randall's a big rod winner. Or actually, he got my SmackDowns. Big SmackDown winner. I gave him those just for being a Slime family member. He got a full set of SmackDowns. Drift socks.
How's Friday looking?
Drift socks are dependent on boat size a lot, so depending on what boat you have, but size-wise, I use a 54, I use a 378, and I use a 10-foot. Those are the sizes I use most. I use the 54 when I've got basically less than 10-mile-an-hour wind, dragging, and then I use the 78s when I'm over 10, and I use those with each other in conjunction depending on what the wind is. I use one of them for 10 mile an hour up to about 15 mile an hour. I use two of them from 15 up to about 20, and about over 20 I'll use three of them. And then I use the 10 when I'm up around 30 mile an hour. So depends on what boat you have. There's no one sock. You use the sock to get you down to the speed you're trying to hit. All right.
Let's see. Chris, how's Friday looking for fishing in North Texas?
Friday's going to be on fire. Friday's 2 days before the front. You should be good to go. Fish are going to be scattered but feeding. So our lake with the last front, our lake's mixed, which makes them scatter big time. But the water temperature's down where they're hungry. They're just not grouped up good. We need this big front to group them back up. And then once the front passes and they're grouped up good, it's going to be on fire. If that makes sense. You need these fronts. These fronts group them up. The water temperature is down where it's cool enough where they feed heavy, but they're scattered. So you can still catch good fish. You're just not going to hammer. It's not going to be a 3-4 at a time type day. It's just going to be get one here, go a while, not get any bites, get another one. You'll see them scattered all over your graph. Get this big front, they're going to pile up, they'll group up, and then as soon as the front passes and we start getting wind back out of the south, you go right where they've been piled up and fish them.
I see about the people. Somebody was asking about 0.3 to 0.5. Was asking as far as the speed of the trolling motor. And Chris, we've talked about, man, it's kind of changed around here. You can be anywhere from 0.3 to 0.8 probably. It all depends
They
on.
used to say there was general numbers to hit with temperature, but I've thrown that out the window.
Yep. Yep. Because your last trip, you were what, 0.7?
0.7 with no wind. I used to be 0.3 with no wind, thinking that trying to go off of what I thought it was supposed to be like instead of just figuring out what the fish wanted.
Yeah, it's just get
Sometimes
out there and
get a reaction bite. They'll just go hit something. They might not eat it, but they'll go hit it. It's a difference. When they're doing a reaction bite, you can crank down on them and catch them.
yep.
I hear so many guys say, oh, you let the rod load up and you let the hook catch them. That's not true. That might be true when they're really feeding heavy and they're grabbing it and running. But on a day like that where they just go up and smack it and don't really do anything with it other than just bite it, you got to hook them, all of them, or you won't even catch a fish. That's why a lot of guys on a high pressure, no wind day, they don't even catch fish. We still, Sunday we caught 20 fish and we had a really good day. It would have been a lot better if we'd had some wind and the pressure was right. We would have smoked them. Good wind and good pressure would have been on fire, but we were able to still do pretty good. We figured out a good speed that they would react to. When that thing's going by at a certain speed, it's like a cat in a string. They're like, grab that sucker just for a second, just like your house cat. He grabs that thing for a second, and then he's like, oh, wait, I'm really not even hungry. Something made me want to attack that thing for a second. I'm not hungry. I'll just let it go. But when they grab that thing and they attack it for that split second and you crank down on them, you can get them.
That's it. And Dan, yeah, that's when the rattles really come in and start helping you, or on some of those days too, man. So
definitely,
I would definitely have some rattles out there, brother.
I agree. It's crucial for a day like that. It makes all the difference. I missed out on y'all are having conversations in chat. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, I'm just hitting the questions.
Okay, speed's looking 0.3 to 0.5. I typically go 0.3, sometimes even lower, 0.2. But typically 0.3 to 0.7. The last 6 weeks, you couldn't even get a bite at 0.5. You go 0.6, you're having a pretty good day.
Yep.
Made something. 0.1 made all the difference in not catching a single thing, doing pretty damn good.
Tom says 0.4 for my weak ass trolling motor.
You can still catch some, even when it's not optimal. You want to try to optimize the speed, try to figure that part out. That's one of the easier things with presentation when you're dragging is speed. Is to try to get that part dialed in.
Yep.
Oh, Trent's got a fish Sunday. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be an FTF day. Team FTF. Oh, man. They ought to be easy to find, Trent. They won't be easy to catch. It's going to be a strong enough front where I believe it'll shut them down completely.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking. It's going to be Sunday around here. It's going to be tough. But I believe
shut them down, you can still catch 5 fish, and you might even catch a giant.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be tough fishing.
Guys, on a day like that, you typically got one shot at a really good fish. It's whether you can hook that fish.
Yeah.
He just comes up and just crushes crushes it and then lets it go. So if you're quick on the draw and that rod bends over and you get over there and crank on it while it's bent, you got a chance to catch that giant. I've caught a bunch of them like that. I've had a lot of big fish on the one, it's like 3 or 4 fish day, or a 3 fish day. 2 of them were giants. Only way to know is to go, and you can't catch them from the couch.
Well, I can tell you, man, this week, I don't know what's happened. Everybody's stocking up on drifting weights. I know y'all getting ready for the winter time because y'all guys have been stocking up like crazy this week because I know there's going to be a lot of dragging and drifting going on.
It's go time.
Yep. So keep them coming, guys. We're getting them out as fast as we can. People are loading up on these drifting weights.
What's the max amount of shad y'all put in a 30-gallon live well, says Brad Sparks. Depends on the size of the shad. Depends on how long you're wanting to keep them. This time of year, they keep pretty well. They keep pretty good. Our water temps in the 60s. They're lively. You don't even really need to put any special care to them. The water's cool enough.
I kept bluegill in my tank this past week before the tournament 3 to 4 days with no problem. Didn't lose another one because of the water temperature in it.
I kept mine alive last trip all day.
Yep. It was no problem.
Water temp was high 60s.
One, get with me, brother. Send me a message.
All right, moving on down. Appreciate you, Stephen. 0.6 been the target lately. As real as fishing. That's been for us too. 0.6, 0.7. Mike Mitchell says, I turn my boat to see if they hit the faster moving board or the slower. I just bump mine up. I bump mine up in 0.1 increments. If you've got fish, they're not biting, and you bump it up, they're following, and you get a bite, you know that that's a better speed. It doesn't take long to determine that if that speed's going to work. Typically, you won't have to go more than 10 minutes to know if that speed's going to work generally. .4 eaters, 0.2, 0.3 to 50 pounders, says Richard Green.
Thomas said caught 31 Sunday at 0.6. There you go, man. And that's been a good speed so far this year.
We've been hammering them already on Levon. Chris, I don't know if you've been following what we've been doing, but we've been smoking them. We had 20 fit. Now, it's not my normal hammering them, but, I mean, we had 20 fish Sunday, and damn near every one of them was over 20 pounds. We hammered them. We just didn't have any giants. We got one that was 40. We had like 38 and like 2 or 3 mid-30s. It wasn't just a total mass destruction type day, but we steadily caught good fish the entire trip. I think it's going to really turn on after this front. Now, front hits Saturday night. Sunday's going to suck. I haven't even seen how long the front's going to last, but as soon as the wind turns back out of the south, it's going to be good fishing. And then every front after that, it's going to get insane. Usually by Thanksgiving, it's just crazy good.
Yep. Brad was asking Chris, what kind of winter gear do y'all recommend for fishing in the winter? I wish I had my suit out here. I would show it to you, man. Chris, I know you have a bibs and jacket.
I like to layer up. So I got a fishing bib and a fishing jacket. And then I layer up because here it may be 28 in the morning and it may be 58 in the afternoon.
Yep.
There is no just put on a suit, because by the end of the day, and you've been catching, let's say we have a day where we got 30 big fish. By the end of the day, if you're wearing that big heavy ass jumpsuit, you're going to be freaking miserable.
Yep.
Sweating your ass off. So I layer up so I can, as the
Take
day
off
goes on,
that's
if
it.
I'm really on fish, I can take some layers off. If it's a slow day, I can put a layer on and stay warm. It's, for me, the layers is more important than a specific suit. I want mine to break the wind, and then I layer up. I typically, if it's super cold, my thermal underwear is probably one of the most crucial things. Which thermal underwear am I putting on for the day? Do I need to put on my, super warm ones, or the ones that are super thin? And then what layers am I putting over that? Top layer is more important than the bottom layer, really. So top layer, I've got a fishing jersey. I've got thermal underwear under that. I like to wear a puffy vest, like a fishing vest, and then a hoodie. So I'll wear a hoodie, then the fishing vest, and then my fishing jacket. And then I can take off whatever layer I need to be perfectly comfortable. That's what works for me. In Texas, it can be like 20 degrees in the morning and like 50, 60 in the
50,
afternoon.
60. That's it.
So it's not like some of you guys up in Virginia or North Carolina or whatever.
I can tell you one thing you got to have. You got to have you some CLW products.
Yeah.
You got to have you some Carolina Lake Weight shirts. It'll bring you good luck every time.
Is gloves. I have a variety of gloves I wear. I use some neoprene gloves. Last year I used Cast King neoprene fishing gloves. Those are pretty damn good. You can put your hands in the water and they'll keep your hands dry. If it's not super cold, I just use fish handling gloves, which are minor variety. I use Aftco and Pelagic. It's the two I use the most. And then my neoprenes. If I'm throwing the net, the neoprenes are going on. When are the 10-0 Action Jackson hooks coming back in?
I told him wanting to get with me. I got him.
All right, moving on down.
Yeah, one shoot me a message, brother.
31 Sunday at 0.6. Jamie already said that, I think.
Yeah. Pretty well caught up on the questions right here.
Drifty says when he tells people he prefers bluegill, they about shit their pants. Can't get gizzards, give me worms, and we catching gills. I would use gills over gizzard shad any day of the week. Any day of the week. I will use shad last resort. That's just me. I don't like shad. I prefer more robust fish. Shad get picked off the hook. We got a lot of small fish in our lakes. I hate hooks coming back with nothing on them. Garcia says he's got a newborn, hasn't been keeping up with anything. Have kids, they said.
Right, brother.
Oh, man.
Oh.
All right, moving on down. If you don't like the weather in Texas, give it 5 minutes.
That sounds like around here.
Ain't that the truth, buddy? Drifty says his wife wears the winter gear. He throws the net. Oh, man. I learned a long time ago, you do not want to be out fishing and miserable or uncomfortable. It gets miserable being out there. Guys like, I can't believe you're out there in that. And I'm like, people snow ski in 5-degree weather and they're comfortable and loving it. Fishing's the same.
Yeah.
As long as you dress properly. I mean, if you're out there and you're cold all day, it's freaking miserable. I get it. I've been there. But if you dress fun, big deal.
I'll tell you one of my best things that I have on the boat is what they call a float coat. That thing will block that wind better than a lot of stuff I have. You can take it off and on with no problem, but if you don't have a float coat, get you one. I'm telling you guys, a float coat is very nice.
Brad, we'll probably be free. I'll bring Jackson. Yeah, I'll hit you up, man. We'll come see y'all's game. Brad coaches one of the semi-pro teams here in Dallas. Football. Says they got a game at the Star in Frisco. That's where the Cowboys practice. And a lot of the teams, like my cousin's son, he played for Frisco, and their high school team got to play.
Nice.
The Star. I'm like, damn.
Hey, nice. I don't want to say anything about it. Might as well grab a high school team in there and have some games because Dallas sure ain't doing much this year.
Man, we're never very good. We got high hopes.
Hey, it's about like my Carolina Panthers. You can't expect a whole lot out of them.
Man. I enjoyed watching my son play. He did real well this year. I was happy for him. So sad that the season's over, but on to basketball, which is his dominant sport now. So get to go watch him freaking just smash, put the beat down on these kids. He's good at basketball, boy. It's going to be a fun year. We play against a bunch of really strong teams, but he's got one other really good kid on his team, so it's a 1-2 punch. Brad says it's the Dallas Prime. We're in the IFA, International Football Alliance.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be good. Jackson will love that, man. Recruit your son. He looks like
what he would be.
We just need to get some meat on his bones, Brad.
He would definitely be getting a good one. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. You never know. Tell at 9 years old, but he's got giant feet. He's got the size. He's a big kid. He's fast. He's fast as greased lightning. Just need to
Chris Garcia was asking how's those new rods, Chris?
Oh man, they're awesome. Great. We've been hammering fish on them. They do great. I love them. Mike Mitchell says Dallas Prime is a great organization with lots of talent. Yeah, when Brad invited us to the game last time, I looked him up because I've heard of the team, but I didn't follow him or anything. I looked him up. I'm like, damn, they're big time. It's pretty freaking awesome.
Love it, man.
Definitely get out there, Brad, if we're available. We should be. All right.
Good luck, buddy. Have a good afternoon, brother.
All right, guys. Good show. Appreciate everybody coming in. Glad we got to give away some cool stuff. Appreciate everybody coming in and spending some time with us.
Heck yeah.
Need to get some guests lined up. It's been a while.
It has been. We got to get some people out there. I know there's a lot of them out there that is kind of shy and stuff, and we try to tell them, man, it's just a couple of guys like we're talking around a campfire and stuff.
Always have fun once they get on, but I tried to get that guy that caught that world record class fish, but he works at night. He said he would call me one night if he's able, if he could bust free, but it'll just have to be I won't be able to actually plan a show around him, which sucks, but maybe we can get him on one of these evenings and hear about that 150-pounder he caught. It's crazy fish.
That's it. And yeah, guys, don't forget to go support all of our pages and stuff, man. We appreciate y'all guys. And
yeah, we'll probably do a SmackDown rod holder giveaway soon. They're one of our show sponsors. Want to thank Jimmy Floyd for donating the cool knives that we were able to give away to you guys. I've got 2 more. We'll give those away probably next show or the show after that, just so we can spread it out a little bit. But we got one basic and we got another one with another black handle. Jimmy Floyd, his name of his knife company is Amarillo Knife Works. If y'all want to order one from him, these are just basic. He does insane stuff that's crazy craftsmanship. If y'all want to order one for your wife, he does kitchen knives. He does all kinds of stuff. He does folding knives for pocket knives. He can do Damascus steel. You name it. He's pretty damn good. It's pretty cool.
Yep. And guys, like Chris was saying, SmackDown rod holders, go over there and use you can use Slime 10 for a code, or Chris give you another code also, man.
Use Elgato 10.
Yep.
Head over to Carolina Lake Weights. Get you some dragging weights, catfish clothing.
That's it. Go and check them guys out. Tell them the Slime Show sent you, and they'll take good care of you over there.
A lot of business. If you need some Parks planter boards, you can holler at me on Messenger. I can give you Kevin's personal number, and he'll give you a good deal for being one of my people. So, Jamie, anything else you want to promote before we get out of here?
I just want to say, guys, appreciate a lot of people, like I said, stocking up on the drifting weights this week, man. Y'all guys have been killing it. Y'all, I know a lot of people stocking up, so get those orders in. We got something cool we're working on coming from the holidays is getting ready to come up, so we're trying to do a little something exciting for that. We're probably gonna have a little package. Mama's probably, or she's gonna probably show that off real soon. It could be as early as tomorrow or Friday. So we're gonna have some cool little stuff coming up, man. So don't forget, get those Christmas gifts while you can. I know the kids and the adults, they love it.
Dan Weldon says he needs some stickers for his rod holders. I've got some decals coming I'm making for the show and for people that have donated or subscribed and all that crap. So when they get here, I'll be contacting everybody and getting your addresses, and then we'll do some giveaways for them too. One of them says certified slime lover, and then the other one is this Slime Show logo. They're going to be 4-inch, so they'll be about that size or a little bit bigger. Going to be glow decals. They'll glow, or they'll be UV reactive. SmackDown stickers, Dan says. Okay, SmackDown. I don't have any SmackDown decals, but I know a guy.
Yeah, all I got to do is get the approval from them. So
I need to I'll have them send me some for giveaways as well. So, guys, tight lines. God bless. Azul out.
Appreciate y'all.